Hey guys, this is Tim and welcome back to our 5 video tutorials on the Triad Power journey. So this is video number 2, moving up the neck. Today we're getting away from the fretboard and not playing the open chords. We're going to be using frets 3, 4, and 5 on these top 3 or 4 strings. And in my description below there's a link that you can download the chord progressions for this lesson. We'll continue to use the chord progression of G, D, E minor, and C using these triad positions. Just like when you learn all the various open chords, it's just a matter of muscle memory and learning. So let's take one chord position at a time, starting with G. Okay, to play the G chord, you can play it a couple different ways. Strings 1 and 2 needs to be pressed down on a 3rd fret. And then your 3rd finger can press down on string number 3 of the 3rd fret. And then you want to strum these top 3 strings here. This is the G chord. Just play these top 3 strings. To develop a muscle memory for this chord, I would practice keeping this shape, locking it in. Play these 3 strings, one at a time. Lift your fingers off, keep them locked together, place them back down. Play this for about a minute, one string at a time. And then you may practice strumming, all 3 at the same time. Be careful not to hit the strings above these 3, what I call ghost strings. If you do hit them, it's no big deal like if you're in a kind of a rhythm pattern, but just avoid hitting it the next time. And it's best to kind of place your palm around where the nut area is and try to lock your hand down and just use part of your wrist motion. If you strum up and down like you do a full G chord, then you're going to be hitting some of these ghost strings that you really don't want to play, okay? So just strum them all at one time evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or one string at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, to play the D chord, you want to place finger number 1 on the 5th fret of the 1st string, finger number 3 on the 3rd string of the 7th fret, and then your small finger, finger number 4, on string number 2 of the 7th fret. And then strum the bottom or these top 3 strings here. And I may call these sometimes the bottom strings, and that's generally what I reference those to, meaning they're, from my viewpoint, they're on the bottom and these are on the top. But from a musical pitch standpoint, these are actually the top and these are the bottom. So I may refer these from time to time to the bottom 3 strings. So like we did on the G chord, see if you can see these chords easy. So just pick these notes individually. Remember that muscle memory. It's kind of like a C shape. So play them one at a time and also strum them. Okay, so now you have the G. Slide up. You have the D major. So lock that in. Next is the E minor, and you'll find that it's easy. So if you can play D minor here on the open chords, then just slide up to the 3rd fret, 1, 2, play that chord in the D minor shape. That is E minor. So this is E minor. open chord. Hear the difference? These open chords kind of blends in with what the remaining band is playing. So when you play this chord, it kind of stands out, and you'll hear that in a moment with the backing track. Okay, so far we have the G chord, slide up 2 frets, the D chord, then go to the D minor, that's the E minor chord, D minor shape. Then the last chord is C, and on the 5th, if you're used to playing A, on the 2nd fret using these 3 fingers, slide up to fret number 5 and play strings 2, 3, and 4. Do not play the bottom string. And I typically play the A using a bar with my middle finger and just kind of bend it. Just slide up and just don't hit the bottom string. So you can play it a number of different ways. Play your string individually and strum it. String. Let's pick each string one time for each chord. Now let's strum through them one time. Okay, let's play it with the backing track with other instruments. About the first half of the video, I'll be strumming one string at a time for each chord, and then I'll start strumming the strings for each of the chords. I'll have the chord progression posted up above. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, be sure and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a current subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. So grab your guitar, let's start the backing track, and let's play. Congratulations, you've officially moved away from open chords. Spend about 5 minutes a day playing each of these chords and triads. And again, it's just a matter of muscle memory. Just like you've learned these, but if you notice, there's a lot less movements. and just playing these 3 or 4 bottom strings here. So I encourage you to practice at least 5 to 10 minutes a day playing these chords. But you notice that there's a big difference in how you stand out with the rest of the band by playing up the neck. Again, subscribe to this channel, hit the thumbs up button, and on the next video, video number 3, we're going to be using the midboard sweet spot around 7, 8, 9, and it'll sound even better. So I'll see you at the next video.